after the conquest of Singh, now we will see about the conquest of Punjab. Conquest of Punjab. Britishers continued to expand their influence over India. They continued to bring more and more states under their influence and under their direct rule. Now the turn was about the state of Punjab. Let's see the background regarding to Punjab. As you know, the 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, was after Guru Gobind Singh Ji, there was Banda Bahadur. Banda Bahadur was another Sikh leader, but he was not a Sikh Guru. He continued to fight against the Mughals. Okay. Let me recall that Mughals and the Sikhs had the good relationship only during the times of Akbar. Akbar was a close, Akbar respected Guru Ramdas, and it was Akbar who gave a land for the construction of Amritsar to Guru Ramdas ji. Then after the successor of Akbar, Jahangir, when Jahangir became the ruler, from that time the relationship between the Sikhs and the Mughals was always harsh, was always strained. And it was Emperor Jahangir who executed the 5th Sikh Guru, who murdered the 5th Sikh Guru, Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Then again, the relationship during the times of Shah Jahan was again not good. Aurangzeb, in fact, he also murdered, a Sikh Guru, and in fact, this Guru Gobind Singh Ji, he also got executed. So that is how the relationship between the Mughals and the Sikhs was always harsh since the times, from the times of the death of Akbar. So this Banda Bahadur was also executed by Farrukh Siyar, the later Mughal. After the death of Banda Bahadur, the Sikhs got divided. They formed what is known as the Misls. Misls means brotherhood. It means brotherhood based upon the democratic principles. Democratic principles. So the Sikhs were divided into various Misls. These Misls each Misl had a leader, and that leader was a kind of military chief who was having an independent relationship with respect to the other Misls, and he was having a good influence over his own Misls, over his own brotherhood. It was actually a socio-political system as well. In fact, if you are going for a social relationship as well, it was this leader of a particular Misl who controlled that kind of, he controlled social setup of the Sikhs as well. Okay, so there were various Misls into which the Sikh kingdom was divided. One such Misl was the Sukarcharya Misl. What? Sukarcharya Misl. This Sukarcharya Misl, the leader of this Sukarcharya Misl was Mahan Singh. What? Mahan Singh. After the death of this Mahan Singh, who was the leader of Sukarcharya Misl, he was succeeded by his son. The name of his son is Ranjit Singh, Maharaja Ranjit Singh. So this Maharaja Ranjit Singh belonged to the Sukarcharya Misl. He was a capable commander. He was a good leader. He was associated with Zaman Shah. He maintained good relationship with ruler of Afghanistan, Zaman Shah. So this Maharaja Ranjit Singh had from the beginning this thought into his mind that he had to unite all these Misls into a one unit. These Sikh Misls had declined. during the times of Ranjit Singh. They were not so influential and powerful now, and Ranjit Singh thought of bringing these missiles into his control, into under the domination of one leadership, and he succeeded in that. That's how Ranjit Singh united all, united all the missiles, united all the chiefs of the Sikhs, and carved out and founded his own Sikh kingdom with its capital at Lahore. With its capital at Lahore. Then Ranjit Singh continues to increase, expand his area of activity. In the meanwhile, Ranjit Singh conquers Jammu. Ranjit Singh conquers Amritsar and other areas. अब आप खुद ही अंदाजा लगा सकते हो that under these circumstances Ranjit Singh was bound to bring himself into a conflict with the English, with the Britishers. Okay, because Britishers had their own designs. Britishers wanted to expand. They will never bear any kind of ruler, any independent ruler into their neighborhood. They always wanted India from Himalayas up to the Kanyakumari. They always wanted this kind of India. But Ranjit Singh was, he was aware. He was aware about his position. He was aware of his position. He was aware that he is no match to the power of the Britishers. He followed a very calculated policy. He followed a very calculated policy towards the Britishers. He knew that if he will challenge the Britishers, his situation will definitely come into the trouble, and he will met with the same fate as was met with the rulers of Sindh, or with the Amirs of Sindh or some other rulers. He knew that kind of situation. So he followed, this was a kind of, this was a kind of lion and goat relationship. If Britishers were like a kind of, they were the lion, and this Ranjit Singh was like a goat, that he always escaped from any kind of conflict. When जब उसको लगता था भाई conflict होने वाला है, तो उसने subordinate position जो है वो adopt करना शुरू कर दिया होता है. That is, so that he was not giving any kind of opportunity to the Britishers by which they could have brought this Punjab or the Ranjit Singh under their control. He maintained good relationship. This Ranjit Singh, he maintained good relationship with the Dogras. Dogras were ruling over Jammu and the Himachal Pradesh areas. वहाँ पे Dogras rule कर रहे थे, and Nepalis, he also maintained good relationship with these things, with these rulers. He comes into conflict with the Britishers, as I told you. Because of this conflict of interest, Britishers now wanted to conquer Punjab, and he immediately accepts for a treaty. The Treaty of Amritsar is signed. As far as the relationship of Ranjit Singh with the English, with the Britishers is concerned, he signs the Treaty of Amritsar with them. Treaty of Amritsar. In 1809, most probably, अब date check कर लेना आप. Treaty of Amritsar. Under this Treaty of Amritsar, he accepts that it will be Satluj. Satluj, as you know, it is a tributary of river Indus. So this Satluj was accepted as the boundary. This Satluj was accepted as the boundary by the Maharaja Ranjit Singh and the English. That means Satluj river के southern area जो है, that will form the part of the British Empire, and Satluj का northern portion जो है वो महाराजा रंजीत सिंह आप रख लो, that will be yours. And आप उसके north में expand कर सकते हो, तो all south of the Satluj it will be our parts. These will be our parts. Okay, so Maharaja Ranjit Singh had no option other than to expand towards the northern areas. अब south में तो Britishers rule कर रहे थे ना, because Satluj was accepted as a boundary. So he continues, and he, in the meanwhile, he conquers Multan. क्या करता है? मुल्तान को capture करता है. He conquers Multan. He conquers Kashmir. I am talking about Maharaja Ranjit Singh here. He conquers Peshawar as well. He conquers Peshawar as well. Okay? And in this way, he saved himself from the onslaught of the Britishers. And he was not disturbed by the Britishers because he followed that treaty of Amritsar. He accepted, he followed that principle that that it is Satluj which is my boundary, and I don't have to cross this Satluj. I don't have to cross this Satluj. मैंने इसके साउथ में नहीं जाना है. But if Ranjit Singh was able to save himself from the Britishers, his successors were not so. His successors were not able to, save their Sikkim from the Britishers. Now this Ranjit Singh, he dies. Okay, Maharaja Ranjit Singh dies in 1839. With his death, there starts a phase of anarchy. There starts a phase of chaos in the Punjab kingdom, in the Sikh kingdom. Because immediately after his death, he was succeeded by his son, he is known by the name of Khadak Singh. Khadak Singh dies immediately. In fact, when Khadak Singh dies, he was succeeded by another son. There was another son, Nihal Singh. Nihal Singh also dies. Within a short period of 1 to 2 years, his two sons, they died all of a sudden, without any illness. One met with the accident, and another died with some illness or that thing. When they died, there was a confusion as to who was to be the next ruler of this Sikh kingdom. He was having sons, but under this conflict and controversies, the Britishers find it that opportunity. The Britishers find it that opportunity to strike at the core of the Sikh kingdom. First Anglo-Sikh War, right? First Anglo-Sikh War. First Anglo-Sikh War was fought in, it was fought from 1845. Yeah, 1845, and it continued up to 1846. Right? So, as I told you, in this first Anglo-Sikh War, it was the Lal Singh who was the leader of the Sikhs. And Lal Singh was defeated by the Britishers. It was Teja Singh, who is accused of treachery, Gadari, जिसने लाल सिंह के against जो है गद्दारी किया, और due to this treachery, otherwise as well, अगर इसने treachery किया भी नहीं होता तो Britishers were in a position to defeat the Sikhs totally easily. So this is how this first Anglo-Sikh War was completely in the favor of the Britishers, and they defeated these Sikhs repeatedly at various places, including the Lahore. Now Lahore was the kingdom of Sikhs. Now at this Lahore, they forced the Britishers to sign a treaty. That treaty is known by the name of Treaty of Lahore. Treaty of Lahore. Treaty of Lahore was signed in 1846. This is the Treaty of Lahore which brought the first Anglo-Sikh War into a conclusion, into an end. Now what are the provisions of this treaty? Of this Treaty of Lahore of 1846, the Sikhs were told that you have to pay 1 crore. How much? 1 crore rupees as the war indemnity, as the war compensation. The Sikhs were told that you have to give Jalandhar Doab to the Britishers. Jalandhar area जो है Doab, Jalandhar Doab, तो वो आपको Britishers को देना है. The Sikhs were told that you have to accept resident. I'm talking about the provisions under Treaty of Lahore, right? You have to accept resident at your court at Lahore. That resident was named as Henry Lawrence. Now who became the resident? Henry Lawrence, right? Henry Lawrence. He became the resident at Lahore. Henry Lawrence. The strength of the Sikh army was also reduced. आपको ज़्यादा आर्मी नहीं रखनी है, ये भी बताया गया, आप लिखो वहां पे. Okay, it was Dilip Singh. What? Dilip Singh. Dilip Singh was accepted as the king, as the ruler of the Sikhs. And Rani Jindal Jindal. Rani Jindal was made as the regent. As the regent, आप भाई आप जो है जैसे regent आप देख रेख करोगे आप उस king की, तो she was made the regent of this new king Dilip Singh. So that is how the first, that is how this Treaty of Lahore of 1846 is important, right? Now see the interesting information here. This was the first Anglo-Sikh War. Now the second Anglo-Sikh War that starts in 1848. Second Anglo-Sikh War that starts in 1848 and it continues up to 1849. Second Anglo-Sikh War, right? समझ आ रहा है आपको? Now see, let's I will tell you one point here as well. So when थोड़ी देर के लिए आप फिर से फर्स्ट एंग्लो सिख वार पे आएंगे. I forgot to tell you one point. In this first Anglo-Sikh War, as the Sikhs were told that you had to pay 1 crore rupees to the Britishers as a war indemnity, as a compensation, the Sikhs failed to do so. The Sikhs failed to provide that compensation, that amount to the Britishers. अब Sikhs ने कहा भाई क्या करते हैं, हम आपको कश्मीर देते हैं. We will give you Kashmir. Okay, we will give you Kashmir. Now, Kashmir जो है for that Kashmir was जब इन्होंने 1 करोड़ रुपए जो है 25 लाख तो इन्होंने पहले ही दे दिया था, तो अब इनको 75 लाख रुपीस देना था. So then they told this the Sikhs told Britishers that we will give you Kashmir. उन्होंने कश्मीर एक्सेप्ट किया under the treaty of what? No, अमृतसर is separate. तो यहाँ पे ट्रीटी ऑफ लाहौर में ही होता है ये सब ना. हम आपको 1 करोड़ के बदले क्या देंगे? कश्मीर. 1 करोड़ के बदले हम कश्मीर देंगे, ठीक है. तो फिर क्या होता है ना, तो फिर सिक्स वो सेपरेट ट्रीटी साइन करते हैं. वो मार्च 1846 में होता है. क्या होता है वो? मार्च 1846 में. सो वो ट्रीटी वो क्या करते हैं, साइन बोलते हैं भाई कश्मीर से क्या मिलेगा, वहां पे तो ज्यादा रेवेन्यू वगैरह नहीं होगा, तो लेट अस सोल्ड इट. वो अब यहाँ पे बेचते हैं, इसको सोल्ड करते हैं. किसको? महाराजा, यस महाराजा गुलाब सिंह, राइट, गुड, महाराजा गुलाब सिंह. So this Maharaja Gulab Singh became the first Maharaja who is regarded as the founder of Jammu and Kashmir state after the Treaty of Amritsar, which was signed between Maharaja Gulab Singh and the Britishers. Yeah. Okay. So this is something. This is the interesting information which I forgot to tell you. So this Treaty of Amritsar evolved from the Treaty of Lahore. Originally, okay, Treaty of Lahore. Okay. ठीक है. So this was something first. This is about the first Anglo-Sikh War. Now see, so this is 1846, the Treaty of Amritsar, it's important as far as the foundation of Jammu and Kashmir state is concerned. Then Maharaja Gulab Singh became the first Maharaja of Jammu and Kashmir from 1846 up to 1856, I think. Something. Then Maharaja Gulab Singh was succeeded by another Maharaja, Maharaja Ranbir Singh. Then Maharaja Ranbir Singh was succeeded by another Maharaja, Maharaja Pratap Singh. Maharaja Pratap Singh was succeeded by another Maharaja, Maharaja Hari Singh. It was that Hari Singh who was the Maharaja of Kashmir at the time of independence of India, and that Hari Singh signs an instrument of accession with the India, which was represented by this Iron Man of India, which is का statue बना है. Okay, so this is the background. So इससे थोड़ा बहुत आपको आइडिया लगा सकते हो. So this second Anglo-Sikh War, 1848 up to 1849. Now see, in this second Anglo-Sikh War, it was actually the ruler of it was actually Sher Singh. It was actually Sher Singh, and it was actually Sher Singh who created trouble for the Britishers. Sher Singh and other Sikh leaders, they were not satisfied with the humiliation which they suffered in this Treaty of Lahore. Okay, they were not. They felt that they humiliated Rani Jindan as well, because Rani Jindan was soon made the pensioner. She was sent to Banaras, where she was made the pensioner. अब उनकी respect का, इज्जत का सवाल था ना, तो उस चक्कर में जो है वहां पे कुछ लीडर निकलते हैं. तो उस लीडर का नाम, एक इंपॉर्टेंट लीडर जो है वो होता है शेर सिंह. शेर सिंह जो है, शेर सिंह और कुछ और लीडर्स जो है वो वहां पे लड़ाई होती है. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज नोन एज द सेकंड एंग्लो सिख वॉर. सो इंग्लैंड, ब्रिटिशर्स एट दैट टाइम दे वर रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय लॉर्ड डलहौसी, द ग्रेट, जिसको हम कहते हैं द ग्रेट पावरफुल गवर्नर जनरल ऑफ इंडिया, लॉर्ड डलहौसी. लॉर्ड डलहौसी हिमसेल्फ comes forward. He himself personally supervises, takes part in this struggle, in this conquest, and he easily conquers and he easily defeats the various Sikh leaders at the various battles. For example, we have the battle of, there was one more leader as well, Sher Singh and Mulraj. What? Mulraj. Actually, Mulraj ने पहले start किया था struggle ना against the Britishers. And Sher Singh was sent to defeat Mulraj, but Sher Singh इसी के साथ मिल गया, मुलराज के साथ. Then दोनों मिल गए और ये दोनों जो है ब्रिटिशर्स के साथ लड़ाई करते हैं. So this is how this Lord Dalhousie defeats both of them, Mulraj and Sher Singh. He then signs a treaty. One treaty is known as in fact battle होती है पहले ना. One battle is known as Battle of Ramnagar. What? Battle of Ramnagar, at the Battle of Ramnagar, at the Battle of, this Chilianwala, एक battle का नाम होता है, ठीक है? Battle of Ramnagar, then Battle of Chilianwala. So in these battles, Dalhousie defeats the various various Sikh leaders. Then there is another battle. That battle is known as बैटल ऑफ गुजरात. व्हाट? अब ये वो गुजरात नहीं है मोदी साहब का, ये गुजरात दूसरा गुजरात है ना, जो जहलम रिवर पे एक छोटा सा टाउन है, तो वहां पे भी एक बैटल होती है, तो उसको उधर वो सिख लीडर्स को डिफीट करता है. सो इन दैट बैटल ऑफ गुजरात एज वेल दिस सिख लीडर्स गेट्स डिफीटेड, एंड दिस इज हाउ दिस Punjab comes into the domination under the annexation of Britishers. And Britishers then later on they made this Punjab, कुछ बोर्ड बनाया गया था पहले, बोर्ड फॉर द गवर्नेंस ऑफ दिस पंजाब बनाया था थोड़ी देर के लिए, लेकिन फिर इसको खत्म करके वहां पे इसको चीफ कमिश्नर का पोस्ट क्रिएट किया वहां पे. So this Punjab became the Chief Commissionarate under the provisions, under the authority of Chief Commissioner. So this Chief Commissioner, it was Henry Lawrence. It was Henry Lawrence who was made the Chief Commissioner of this Punjab, and Henry Lawrence जो है first Chief Commissioner of Punjab बन जाता है. This is how the Punjab was also conquered, roughly around the same time as was the case with the Sindh. So about the Sindh and Punjab, you have this information is sufficient. Just forget about any other source, because as far as the UPSC IS is concerned, I think this information is sufficient. If a question comes from this section, if an objective kind of question comes from this section, I'm sure that you will get the answer there. Rest you can of course see what kind of books, there are always books which are available, so you can go through those books as well. Okay, so thank you.